Um, so how do you plan to improve my English speaking?
Great question. Let me polish that a tiny bit. You could say, so, how do you plan to help me improve my English speaking skills? That's just a slightly smoother phrasing. Now, about how we'll do it, I'll listen to how you speak, point out little improvements, and introduce more advanced vocabulary or more natural phrases. Over time, that will help you speak more fluently and confidently. Let's keep it fun and low pressure.
So how do you plan to improve? So how do you plan to help me to improve my English speaking skills? Is that correct?
That was absolutely, that was spot on. You phrased it perfectly this time. So just keep going like that, and we'll keep building from here. If you have any other sentences or topics you want to practice, just let me know.
So how do I be more confident in when taking an exam?
That's a great question. And you actually asked it really well. Just a tiny tweak. You could say, how can I be more confident when taking an exam instead of in when taking an exam? Just a minor correction there. As for building confidence, a good approach is practice and familiarity. The more you practice exam like questions and time yourself, the more comfortable you'll feel. We can also work on vocabulary and clear phrasing so you feel ready for any question that comes your way. Keep up the good work.
How can I be more confident taking an exam? So how can I be more confident when taking an exam? Is that correct?
Yes, that was perfect. You phrased it exactly right this time. So you're definitely on the right track. If you keep asking questions like this and practicing your sentences, you'll get more and more comfortable. Feel free to throw any other scenarios or questions at me whenever you like.
Do you know how to be more social when I'm in public, or maybe when I try to ask something to strangers, or maybe when I in interview, right? Or maybe when I in a client place, and also I need to get to the person that I need to talk to. How do I be more confident when asking, even though I have done this before? It just when I try to do it again, it's never really a smooth transition from being a quiet person to be a little bit more social person in order to get what I need. How do I at least be more social when I need to, and also get what I need when, yeah, how do I be more social when I need to, even though I'm not really a social person? I haven't really go outside that much.
Absolutely, and that's a really thoughtful question. You did a great job expressing it, even though it was a longer sentence. Let me just tidy it up a little for you. You could say, do you know how I can be more social when I'm in public or talking to strangers? For example, when I'm in an interview or in a client meeting and I need to approach someone, how can I become more confident even though I'm not naturally a very social person? So, just breaking it into slightly shorter phrases can help. Now, as for advice, it's completely normal to feel that way. Start small, maybe practice a couple of simple opening lines or questions you can use in those scenarios. The more you do it, the easier it will get. And remember, it's okay to be a little nervous. Everyone is at first.
So basically, I need to be more uh practice some
Exactly.
opening lines, right? Like I have to prepare some like dialogue option when I try to talk with someone, right?
Yes, exactly. Think of it like having a few ready made lines or a little script in your back pocket. For example, you could prepare a simple greeting like, "Hi there, I just have a quick question," or
You know how. All right. Yeah. And also when it comes to English, I feel like it's really hard for me to speak properly when I just want to get my thoughts out there. So I really just ignore my grammars, my pronunciation, or even I just winging some words sometimes. I just really use the description of the word instead of using the word itself because I forgot the word.
that's totally normal, and you're not alone in that at all. When you're just trying to get your thoughts out, it's natural to let grammar or the perfect word slip a bit. And that's okay. Over time, we'll work on that together. The more you practice, the easier it'll be to remember the words you need on the spot. So just keep speaking and don't worry about being perfect. I'll help you fill in those gaps, and soon you'll find that you need to wing it less and less. Keep it up.
Yeah, thank you. So just for estimation, how long do you think this overtime takes? Because I don't know. I feel like uh the time when I need to speak English is sometimes sudden, and also I don't really have that much time. So how long do you think this overtime takes? Or maybe is there a way to make it slightly faster so that I know I can just speak English fluently, or at least yeah, fluently when I need to, like when I somehow met foreigner, or maybe I need to have an interview. That's the really challenging stuff, because if I just stuck in this loop, or in this loop of practicing, I will not be able to reach that fluency, right?
Absolutely. I get what you're saying. And it's totally understandable to want to speed things up, especially when you have real life situations that pop up suddenly. In terms of how long it takes over time, it really varies for everyone. But the good news is that even a few weeks of consistent practice can make a noticeable difference. One way to speed it up is to practice small, focused scenarios, like just rehearsing a quick introduction or a common question, so that when you do meet a foreigner or have an interview, you have a few go to phrases ready to go. Basically, the more you practice these little chunks, the more confident you'll get quickly. And don't worry, you absolutely can reach that fluency. We'll just break it down into manageable steps, and you'll get there faster than you think.
So what this phrase or sentences that I probably need to remember in the back of my mind, so that I would just use that sentence to start things off?
Absolutely. Having a few go to phrases can really help you feel more prepared. Here are a few you might keep in your back pocket. One, starting a conversation. "Hi there, can I ask you something really quickly?" Or, "Excuse me, I was wondering if you could help me with this." In an interview or formal setting, "Thank you for taking the time to meet with me. I'd love to tell you a bit about my background," or, "Can I share a little bit about my experience?" When you forget a word, "I'm looking for the word," it's like, describe what it means. Or simply, "I'm sorry, I lost the exact word, but I mean," and then explain it. Just having these little phrases memorized can give you a boost of confidence, and the more you use them, the more natural they'll feel. You'll have a smoother start whenever you jump into English mode.
Excuse me. Hi there, can I ask you something really quickly? Excuse me, I was wondering if you could help me with this. Hey there, can I ask you something really quickly?
That was excellent. You used that phrase perfectly. It's a natural and polite way to start a conversation, so well done. Just keep that handy for real situations and you'll do great. Keep practicing like this and you'll feel more and more comfortable.
Excuse me, I was wondering if you could help me with this. Excuse me, I was wondering if you could help me with this.
That's spot on again. You delivered that phrase really smoothly. It's polite and clear, and it's exactly the kind of line that makes people feel happy to help you out. So definitely keep that one in your toolkit. We're doing great, and just keep building on that confidence.
Thank you for taking the time to meet with me. Thank you for taking the time to meet with me.
Perfect once again. That's a really polite and professional way to start off an interview or a formal chat. You're really getting the hang of these starter phrases. Just keep these in mind and you'll have a solid foundation to jump into conversations with confidence. You're doing really well.
I'd love to tell you a bit about my background. Can I share a little bit about my experience? I'd love to tell you a bit about my background. Can I share with you a little bit about my experience?
Yes, that's exactly how you can say it. Both of those lines sound natural and professional. You can say, I'd love to tell you a bit about my background, or can I share a little bit about my experience with you? And they both work great. So you're doing an awesome job practicing these. Just keep them in mind, and you'll be able to step into those real life situations feeling much more prepared. Keep it up.
I'm looking for uh, the word, it's like, forgot the exact word, but I mean, it is something that, in, yeah, so how about I practice to, when I try to help some foreigners in Indonesia that I come across, and he seems lost or something. Can you help me practice a role play with that?
Absolutely. Let's do a little role play. That's a great scenario to practice. I'll pretend to be a foreigner who looks a bit lost in Indonesia, and you can try approaching me in English. So here we go. Me as the foreigner, looking around confused. Excuse me, I think I might be a bit turned around. Do you know how to get to the main market? Now you can jump in and try helping me out.
Yeah, for sure. As you can see, there is a road there that uh, a road there that you can walk on that. So from there you can go straight and then turn left, and there is the main market that you're looking for.
That was really good. You gave clear directions and you sounded friendly and helpful. Just a tiny bit of polishing. You might say, for sure, you can see that road over there. Just walk straight down it, then turn left, and you'll find the main market right there. But honestly, you did really well. The main thing is that you got your point across clearly. So great job on that little role play.
Thank you. How about more role play? Like, for example, when I try to order some food in a foreign English speaking country.
Absolutely, let's do that. Practicing ordering food is a great idea. I'll be the person at the counter, and you can be the customer ordering. Me as the cashier. Hi there, welcome. What can I get for you today?
Hey,
Go ahead.
Oh, Hey, can I get a cheeseburger with some fries and also soda with that?
That was perfect. You made your order really clear and natural. You could walk into any English speaking place and say exactly that and be totally understood. So great job. And of course, if you want to practice more scenarios like this, just let me know. You're doing really well.
Hey, so how do I exactly be more confident in myself and also when I speak, especially in a language that I really understood, but I can't just speak it clearly. I knew that I need to practice more, but sometimes uh it just comes out wrong or maybe bad, and or at least not I expected to, because I've been really consuming a lot of English content now, like years at this point, but my speaking it's still like this. It doesn't really that great, honestly. So how do I improve more?
Absolutely. And I totally understand where you're coming from. It's actually really common to feel that gap between understanding the language and speaking it fluently. Listening and reading a lot of English content definitely helps, but speaking is like a muscle. You've got to use it regularly to get comfortable. So, first of all, don't be too hard on yourself. We're doing really well. And the fact that you understand so much English is a huge achievement already. The main thing is to keep practicing speaking in little bite sized pieces, just like we're doing. Short, regular speaking practice can really help you get more confident. Also, don't worry if it doesn't come out perfectly. Every time you speak, you're making progress, even if you don't notice it right away. So just keep going, and over time, you'll find that you're speaking more smoothly and confidently. You're definitely on the right track.
Yeah, so basically I need to practice, right? Yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. Need to practice and be consistent with it, and eventually I will be improved, right? Yeah, that's the probably like the red pill that I need to swallow, because there is no such thing as easy or instant way to magically become fluent in English, right? So I just need to practice doing it, because at the end of the day, if I want to be better at speaking English, I just need to speak it more. Even though I'm really bad at, I'm not really that good at it yet. So yeah, I just need to practice it more, right?
Exactly. You summed it up perfectly. Consistent practice really is the key. There's no magic shortcut, but that's okay because every bit of practice you do adds up. And you're definitely not really bad at it. You're just in the process of building that fluency. Think of it as a journey. Every time you practice speaking, you're taking another step forward. And you're absolutely right. Over time, you will improve. Just keep at it and you'll find yourself getting more confident and more fluent. You're definitely on the right path.
Yeah. So if you were needed to rate my English level, how do you rate it from with the CFR rating system?
Well, if I were to give you a bit of a rating using something like the CEFR scale, which goes from A1 for beginners up to C2 for near native fluency, I'd say you're doing quite well. You're definitely somewhere in the intermediate range. I'd guess around a B1 or B2 level. That means you can handle everyday conversations, you understand a lot of English, and you're able to express yourself even if you feel like you need a bit more polish. So you're well on your way, and with consistent practice, you'll just keep climbing that ladder. Keep it up.
So basically around B1 and B2, right? I'm not really a total beginner, right? I just really need to practice more, and hopefully it will eventually improve, right?
Exactly. You're definitely not a total beginner at all. You've already got a solid foundation, and you're just working on moving up from that intermediate stage to more advanced fluency. So, yes, just keep practicing, and you'll absolutely see improvement over time. You're on the right track, and you've got this.
Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, maybe that's it for today for practicing my English speaking. Hopefully, I can do it tomorrow and be more consistent with it because I probably skip some days because some work, and also I just really don't feel like doing it. So hopefully I can be more consistent, even though I got some freelance work I need to do. But I just really procrastinate with it. But I have done some things about the work. It just, I don't know. I'm waiting for somebody's uh part of the work to be done so that I could also complete the work. So yeah, it is teamwork. As you know, teamwork needed someone to work on something that they need to work on so that I could finish my work also. So it is a little bit of excuse, but I need to do something else, right? So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's it for today. Thank you. And also, hopefully, I can be more consistent. Thanks for today. Bye.
You're so welcome. And absolutely, just do what you can whenever you have the time. Consistency is something you can build up little by little. It's been great practicing with you today, and I look forward to next time. Take care and have a good one.
Bye bye.
Bye. Have a great day, and we'll chat again soon.